Important disclaimer before we begin. I'm probably going to have to mention this every episode, guys, just to be safe. There's going to be 2 sets of reactions. The first set will be Gamers React. That is the 3 of us right here. We want to enjoy it and talk about it without feeling like we have to really watch what we're saying. So yes, there will be spoilers. But then tomorrow is when you'll get the blind reactions with Tara, Roxy, and John. So 2 completely different sets of reactions. And I love how much people are loving their blind reactions. It's a joy for us to watch. Now, let's get into it by saying, how you feeling today, Reject Nation? I hope you're feeling good, because we hear good things about this one, and it's a great way to celebrate Aaron's birthday.
Hey.
Happy birthday, Aaron.
Thank you, buddy.
Hey, well, I'll go to Aaron first. It's important to see how we're feeling beforehand. That way, if we're honest with ourselves now, it'll allow us to be honest during the reaction. That's how you be honest in life. So, Aaron, how you feeling, buddy?
I'm feeling good, man. I'm excited to get back into The Last of Us. Andrew, my lovely roommate over here, got me a Last of Us Joel watch for my birthday. It matches my sweater, so I'm happy. I'm excited. 30 is a scary cusp of a change, but yeah, I am here embracing it. How you guys doing?
Doing great. I'm glad you enjoyed your birthday present, so that makes me warm and happy because I'm all about giving, not taking. But before I get into how I'm feeling, I want one thing that I want to say, because I got so many comments at me that Seth was not RoboCop and it was cut out of the YouTube reaction. That was Robert John Burke, who played RoboCop in RoboCop 3. I wanted to throw that out there.
We'll cut that out.
Yeah, we should cut that out. We should cut that out.
You'll never get to tell the people.
Yeah, I'm doing great. You know what? I'm excited to see what changes we have, what things we are keeping faithful. How are you feeling, Greg?
I'm feeling good. These boys just witnessed me spill a bunch of water, hence the leg right here.
Jump scare.
I've been a little bit anxious, energetic, and focused while being tired simultaneously. I'm a little all over the place in the mind, but like when I played the video game, I feel like I sort of zone out and meditate and get transcended into the world. My mind could use the break to get lost back into the world of The Last of Us. Thank you guys so much for watching both sets of these videos. This is like one of my favorite things to do and a big part of why I really am happy with where the channel's at right now. So thank you guys. And Aaron, since you got a freaking cool little gift, I guess I'll give you your present right before we go into the review, okay? Jeez. Oh, yeah, it's in that Amazon package.
Are you serious? Oh my God.
I was gonna wait till whatever. Freaking leave a like for Aaron's birthday. Helps out the algorithm. And if you're enjoying this video, it helps promote the video as well to be seen to others. Also, hey, Aaron, come on, man. I know you love to do it. Come on, it's your birthday.
Baby, you gotta ring that bell so you can get notified anytime a new freaking video's coming out, y'all.
Hey, in the comments, leave a happy birthday for Aaron. Helps increase the engagement too, so you know we'll take advantage of his B-Day for doing that. Oh, by the way, Patreon, my God, true story. Both of the Last of Us videos from last week, copyright claim. Here you go, image on screen to show we ain't lying. So with Patreon, that is an amazing way to help support the channel. Helps offset a lot of the monetization problems we have been having as of late. Thank you very much for supporting us. And what we offer there is the full-length reaction watch-along. That's where you get to sync up with your own copy of The Last of Us, time code included. So it's like we're sitting on the couch with you, ruining the entire show because we won't shut up. All the things that get cut out, like Andrew mentioning RoboCop 3 facts, that'll be in there. And hey, patrons are also able to get a discount at rejectnationshop.com, which is great news because we've been prepping. Aaron pitched an idea and I fell in love with it. Here it is, a brand new Last of Us Evolution shirt. Boom, look at that bad boy. I love this. I appreciate the human design. Fun Easter egg. Put it together. But the second Aaron told me about this, I was like, we gotta produce that. We got another one in store as well that we're really excited about. But this one, we ordered it. It's coming in the mail. Thank you to the artist,
Joanne.
Follow them on social media. Their name right here in the screen. So thank you, Joanne, for putting that together. Thanks, Aaron, for coming up with that beautiful one. Buy a shirt, and if you buy one, please tag us on social media. We really love to see it, and it fills our hearts with so much joy. All right, gents, let's get into it, right?
Let's go.
Oh,
we're starting
City.
with Abby?
Abby Hospital.
Ah!
Yeah, right away, that alarm.
Cool.
Oh, I can't believe my favorite video game has been adapted. This is so exciting.
This is so sick. I'm so excited. I remember the night I downloaded this game and put it in. Marlene?
Mel?
Who?
Oh.
Oh.
Confronting her former self.
I don't know you.
Oh, that's some interesting symbolism.
Don't go in there. Stop it. I'm telling you.
This
Go
nightmare.
back. No. His brains are on the floor.
Ugh.
You're lying.
What a visual way of showing she became a completely different person.
Right.
This moment.
Her innocence was lost right here in this moment. Yeah.
But also capturing the motif of the nightmare she kept having in the game as well. Walking into that room.
Wow.
Wow, I can't believe we're giving more focus to her.
Really well captured. Because this is where we started off with her in the game. Wonder if Jordan
this
and Leah...
location gives me trauma.
I wonder if Jordan and Leah are with them this time, because we didn't see him. Oh, golf bag!
Thought about setting up a watch in case one of those patrols gets too close.
He is so tall.
She's so tiny. Oh my gosh.
I'll get you something to warm up.
Fuck.
Good old Danny Ramirez.
It did not look like that in the dark.
Now that we know what we're dealing with, we can come up with a plan.
All right, so now Leah and Jordan.
We got full fucking power lines.
Oh, isn't that great?
Whoa.
Power lines aren't a problem.
They're exploring the revenge mission ahead of time.
They've got 4 main gates, no other ins or outs, guard towers flanking each exit, mounted patrols, all heavily armed, overlapping routes.
And these guys are trained.
They should go in as refugees.
Let's just say we get past the gates, the guards, the patrols.
They also got dogs.
Oh, no. Don't want to watch dogs get killed.
We ambush a patrol, we tie them up, make them tell us where Joel is.
Make them.
Yeah, we said that we weren't going to hurt anyone
And
else.
they're really prepping us for his death.
Relax. I'm not saying we would. I'm saying we bluff.
Is that Mel?
Scare
Yeah, that's
them,
Mel.
you know?
She's not preggers yet.
And if they don't talk, then what?
Yeah, it's not like we could let them go.
She could be pregnant.
Oh, very early stage. You're right.
I do have the beginnings of an idea for a plan.
That sounds like our president.
Concepts of a plan.
Okay. Then let's buy you some time then.
Yeah, she is grabbing her back, so it does tell me. Could be pregnant for sure.
I'll take the next watch. Where's the spot?
Up the hill, a little outcropping. You'll know it when you see it.
Their dynamic feels more brother-sister than former lovers.
Also, with getting their insight beforehand makes it wonder from an audience perspective, are they going to achieve their goal? Are they going to kill Joel? Which I think is smart for people that don't know.
Even like the way they're moving and her delivery sounds so much like Abby.
Yeah, just struggling in the cold.
You don't actually have a plan, do you? No, I do. The plan is to convince her to go back.
Oh.
Because if we don't, the only people getting killed out here are us.
Oh, this is interesting. This is new. Because we don't really see them outside of Abby's perspective.
Yeah, but I always felt he thought that too. And
Oh, yeah. He's totally consistent with what we know him to be.
Man.
that's right. Wake her up, Jesse.
And this is where the game starts.
Yes, it is.
Hey,
You overslept.
wow, you look like shit.
Yeah.
8 a.m. patrol.
It's 8?
No, it's 7:30, but you're riding with me and I like to be on time.
I think it was 6:30 in the game.
Okay, give me a minute. I'll get changed.
I heard you had quite the night after I left.
Just like the game.
She kissed me. It was just Dina being Dina.
I was talking about some fight you had with Seth and Joel. You kissed her.
It didn't mean anything. It didn't. I wouldn't do that.
I'm screwing with you, man. I already know. I don't care. Come on, get dressed.
Just like the game. That's great.
It's kind of fucked up you did that, though.
Yeah. Yep. Got that moment. That's great.
What's funny in the game, I question whether or not he was telling the truth, but he definitely was telling the truth here.
Kylie and Max found a pile of dead infected near 7 cabins, frozen stiff. They didn't think anything of it
Yeah, in this world, you just move on.
till 30 live ones broke through from underneath the corpses. They're using their own dead like insulation. Now we're thinking we don't know how many are underneath the snow.
Damn, what is going to happen?
Could be 30 more, could be 1,000 more.
Get the fuck out of here.
Certainty masquerading as knowledge. It's very Ellie of you.
Suck my dick.
Also, somebody told the council a ghost story about the world's smartest infected, and now everybody's spooked out of their
I
mind.
love the buildup of the stalker.
No offense, man. I'm gonna do my patrol with Joel.
The evolution.
Yes, offense, because that's the one person you've been avoiding like the plague.
Well, we're better now.
Oh,
okay?
they had the combo off screen.
That's one, because last night
Yeah, I know what happened last night. Can you shut the
They had
fuck?
the combo off screen.
I think they'll cut back to that, like how in the game.
Yeah.
My shit with Joel is complicated. From the outside, it probably looks really bad. But I'm still me, he's still Joel, and nothing's ever gonna change that. Ever.
So you two hash it out.
Way more defensive for him this time.
Now, if you don't mind, I'm gonna go on patrol with him. Like fucking daddy-daughter day.
I wonder if I wonder if this feels like a gap for people that aren't familiar for this.
He already went out.
What? Who's who?
Dina left an hour ago. He wanted to go with you, but he said we should let you sleep.
This interesting, like, jealousy divide thing they're doing with Dina and, like, his projection. I love the bob and weave from how they're doing direct adaptation, then they're going to throw you for a loop.
If you hear bells, stop what you're doing, you follow the plan. Vanessa, what's the plan?
We go to the forest.
To the forest? Do not go to the forest, sweetheart.
This community is about to be attacked, huh?
Right quick into basements and cellars. You lock the doors, you reinforce, shelter in place till we tell you it's safe to come out. Now for the rest of us, where do we go?
I like how they're putting an emphasis on the fact this is community.
Sidearms, rifles, take them with you. Keep them on you. Safeties, please. Somebody shot themselves in the leg last week.
Remember Maria last week said she's got a feeling something's coming.
If there's a breach, God forbid, stay off the main street. Last place you want to be.
That breach is coming. It's almost as if they're elevating Tommy to be the new male lead when Pedro's gone.
This is bullshit, right? It's just a drill.
Yep, it's a drill.
Unless we're attacked, and then it's not.
Correct.
Uh-oh. Hey, RoboCop! RoboCop!
How are they doing this?
We have something to say?
Yeah. So last night I obviously had a few too many.
It happens to everyone. People get drunk and say awful shit they've never thought before.
Ellie.
I shouldn't have said it. I shouldn't have even thought it.
That's a good elaboration.
Made you two some sandwiches if you're going out there.
Yeah.
Nice.
Give them to Jesse.
10 seconds in, I already can't feel my ass.
Yeah, interesting Tommy didn't go this time.
Yeah, it's Joel and Dina instead of Joel and Tommy.
Actually, positioning her like this is kind of cool because showing her how, like, small and cold she is makes her feel more vulnerable versus Abby in the game is like, oh, she got shit handled, you know?
Did they say she's afraid of heights yet?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Oh. Is that Ellie and
Oh, my
Tom?
God.
Or is that Joel and Dean? I don't know.
Can't tell yet, yeah.
Wow, beautiful shot.
Yeah.
Gorgeous. Oh.
Is that a horde coming?
Repeat.
We're going to get some, like, Game of Thrones battle.
No, I want Battle of Helm's Deep.
Go find Amy in the radio room. Tell her to
snow.
crank the signal. Call all the patrols back.
Okay, I'm on it.
You haven't seen Game of Thrones. It's essentially what we're asking for, right?
Yeah, I have not. You were right. That's why I went to Battle of Helm's Deep. The greatest battle on screen.
Wow, that's great.
Repeat.
Oh, yes, the town we go through. Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Where we first talk about the Viper game.
I know a spot we can hold up there. Yeah, you too.
Eerie.
In the game, it was Eugene's place. I wonder if it's Eugene's again.
I'm starting to wonder if we're going to cut to, like, the perspective of Joel and Dina on their journey of what's going on, like if they're intersecting timelines.
I do think it's smarter that they are pairing her with Jesse instead of Dina, though.
Especially for what happens later.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's my birthday.
Andrew's birthday is 7/11.
Oh, they're in Eugene's spot.
Oh,
Am I fucking hallucinating?
Yeah, it is.
That is awesome.
You see a 7-Eleven full of weed?
Yep.
Then no.
So they're going to be the ones that hook up in here.
I would love if they just messed with us like that.
Eugene said he found it a year earlier when he was on a solo patrol. Swore me to secrecy. Said Maria wouldn't be supportive of his farming.
One way to put it. Oh, what that symbol must mean for her now.
Eugene.
Every time she sees that, would they be alive?
Eugene was a firefly?
Just early on, though. Quit back in 2010.
How come?
He said he was tired of killing people. I think it was in Vietnam. Joel having to put him down. Guy makes it through a war. End up going out like that.
And it focuses right on her hearing this monologue. It's almost as if they're positioning the audience to question, like, does Joel deserve to die or not? Even though 99% of people are like, no.
Yeah, it's
you're
definitely
right.
Dina.
Those
and
grunt
Joel.
sounds, you're right. It sounds just like her in the game. I wonder if that really is.
Oh, this is so smart. If they're doing what I think they're doing.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's just going to encounter some infected.
Oh, that is terrifying.
Great stunt work.
Yeah.
Damn. Great stunt work.
Crazy.
Uh-oh. That made a lot of
Yeah,
noise.
he's under the snow, right? Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, it's a baby hand.
Oh.
Is it? I don't think it's a baby hand. I think it's a regular.
He's looking like infected.
This is so like the zombie snow movie. What the hell is that called? Dead Snow, I think is what it's called.
Uh-oh.
Where's Lud? I don't, not alive people.
I was so questionable about her not bulking up, but I think she's selling it so well.
Yeah, because then it makes her.
Oh, creepy. Love the look of that.
Well, you can just feel her intensity and her rage right now.
Start stabbing their heads. Take advantage while they're down.
Just be real quiet, careful, real quiet, girl. Oh no! Avalanche!
No.
What?
It's like how it breaks it down.
You gotta run.
Yeah.
And she lost that gun.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
What a fantastic shot.
That was a beautiful and horrifying.
Ah, yeah, awesome.
Well, they're just cocooned
Awesome.
underneath. Wow!
Whoa!
That was awesome.
Oh my god!
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's terrifying. Holy shit, they're doing it.
Run for your life!
Oh, that is so scary. Whoa, I'm loving this.
And it's like a version of what they did in the game. Wow!
Oh, the fence moment. Oh, I got nipple chills, man.
I'm so scared.
Let's go. Go, Abby. Oh my god, it's so scary.
Oh. Throw a Molotov in there. Throw like 20.
This is so great.
Every time I play this moment, I'm so fucking terrified.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so claustrophobic.
It's so gross.
Oh my god.
No. Joel's gonna come in with the gun.
Yes! Oh, and the sound effect too.
Watch.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah. So much.
No way. They wouldn't do it this. They wouldn't do it this early, would they?
No,
wouldn't do it this early.
They have to.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
No, it's too soon.
Oh, it has to happen.
Oh, we're not quite there yet, but yeah.
Oh my god, she just put it
Oh,
together.
we're in this area. Yeah.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Any bites? Let's go.
God, her assessing the situation, still keeping it locked into her POV.
Yeah. Just like the game.
What do we do?
We leave.
Where the fuck did they even come from? Where did you come from?
The mountain.
The mountain.
If we stay here, we die. If we go out there, we die.
I don't know. I'm thinking.
The lodge.
No, don't go to the lodge, Stroll. Don't
Friends are
go.
in a lodge halfway up the mountain. If the infected are down here, maybe there aren't any more up there.
Oh no. Guys,
cannot
I'm
stay.
ready.
It's too soon.
Oh, she's riding with Joel.
We can prolong it. Expand the runtime.
We just pause and we just end the reaction.
Please prolong it.
You heard from all of them, right? They're on their way back?
We're taking shelter, yeah. Except Joel and Dina.
Where the fuck are they?
I don't know.
Oracle.
I was about to say that.
Felicity.
Copper Mine, this is Jackson. Come in. Copper Mine, come in.
Joel, answer the goddamn radio!
Huh.
That's the inverse of season 1.
Exactly.
Yeah, where Joel was trying to get a hold of Tommy.
My right hip is twitching for some reason. I don't know why, but it's like pulsating.
Oh my god. I can only imagine how different these reactions would be between us and them because we know what's coming.
Oh, is she wearing the mask on? Yeah.
Nice.
Eugene's a genius.
You genius.
I'm taking this with me. As much weed as I can shove into my pack.
Nope.
You're gonna be in charge of Jackson one day, but that day has not yet come.
Oh, and I don't think it ever will.
Please push to like episode 3. Please don't do it this episode.
It has to happen eventually.
No, why?
Wow, that does create more of an urgency.
Saying they can't get a hold of Dina or Joel.
Interesting to illustrate it more like a convergence, and it does create more of a ticking time bomb. This is a great adaptation.
100%.
Oh no, and then Jackson's gonna get run over.
And then if Tommy goes on the mission for the revenge, it only makes it worse because Jackson's in shambles.
Oh boy.
Ugh.
We're under attack!
Burn it!
They gotta do something different to prolong it.
There's so many different things happening.
You gotta get to the mine by then, Ellie, whether you find them or not.
Yeah, you're fucking too, Jesse.
Wow, seeing them go off in the distance, very reminiscent of the game. Wow.
Great job on the score.
Whoa!
Damn.
That's a great shot.
I've had non-stop goosebumps for like the last 10 minutes.
Oh, no.
Give her a gun. Shoot. Wow.
He is
Damn. Over-delivered on the infected head. Insanity.
Hordes.
I'm a big Walking Dead fan, so it's cool to see ones that can run and like coming in that large in numbers. And to implement this part of the plot with this horde coming after Jackson, that's so scary.
Yeah.
What a great way to mix it up.
Yeah, what even happens to Jackson at this point? Like, how do you guys even defend against that? You're not ready.
Maria was right. She had a feeling.
They're coming!
Raiders are infected!
Infected! 5 minutes out!
Follow the plan. I'll take the groups. You take Main Street.
You know, I got way too comfortable thinking you knew what you were up against, but you've never experienced something like this.
Get off the street!
I really like that they're showing Tommy as a leader. I'm concerned for the people of Jackson where I wasn't in the game.
Yeah, they did a good job establishing them as a community. Plus, Jackson's never really under threat.
Look at it. They brought Game of Thrones to Last of Us. Hell yeah.
HBO.
They said, you want more infected action? We're going to give it to you. Holy shit, flamethrower.
Yes! My favorite weapon.
Wow, they're going to give us like some epic ass action scene.
I really feel the dread, like an all around.
This is so scary. Oh my God.
Absolutely horrifying.
Jackson, hold!
Yeah.
Set them on fire!
Oh my God, just slamming into it. Jesus.
Oh.
Push! Push!
This almost feels like a finale episode.
Oh! Working like cannonballs. Set them ablaze like the game.
Shoot them, yeah. I love that this feels practical, not CGI'd.
It's partially CGI as well, but it's a lot of practical.
Oh! Smart.
Damn, that fucking drum music.
It's like partially smart, because then if they don't fall immediately, then the other one's going to catch on fires and burn the wood fence.
Whoa!
Damn.
Whoa! Wow. Holy shish kebabs. This is insane.
Amazing.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
They heard all the criticisms of season 1 with the infected.
The World War Z-ing this. Come on, give us some crazy one. Give us a bloater or a shambler or something.
Whoa!
No! I forgot.
Yeah.
Oh God.
I have to go back.
We won't make it.
If I don't make it, I don't make it.
We're almost there. The lodge is just up
Oh
ahead.
my God.
We've got blankets, ammo. My friends can help you get back. We can fight.
Oh, the way she's manipulating. So smart.
Yeah.
Oh, it kind of makes you hate her.
Fast!
Kind of makes you hate her. Not gonna lie. Damn.
Damn, they are unloading their rounds.
The velocity.
I'm so locked in.
Oh! Yes!
Now we're getting a proper usage of bloater. Or more time, I mean, with it. Felt like it was so short-lived.
I was going to say, I think Shamblers are in Seattle.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, no!
Oh, damn!
No!
Do something!
Dude, Molotov it, man.
Tommy, you just have a little handgun. Okay.
Yes.
I forgot about you guys.
Yeah, give him one. This is so
like
bad.
I love the war and the strategy of this, like the battlefield of it. It's so clever.
The battle for Jackson.
They've been prepping for a day like this. Oh my god!
Get onto it.
So bad.
Don't wait for them. You should have got up and flamed.
This is so terrible. Jackson's cooked. I'm sorry, Jackson's gone.
This show's cooking, man.
No, seriously, in a good way.
This is gonna change. This has got to totally change from the game, like what they're gonna do now. Oh my god. How can they possibly win? Oh, this is he's gonna hold the line. What are you're insane. You're not Jon Snow. Leave.
Oh no!
It's not the bread.
Oh no!
No! No! Not the buildings. No, God.
Singling her out.
Damn, he is so brave.
I know, he's badass, dude.
Tommy!
They're so smart to build him up.
Oh, Tommy doesn't give a damn.
Use that flamethrower.
I know.
All the infected are just walking past him.
No one's charging him.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know your town.
Fuck.
Come on, man.
You know what Inside Out?
You should know where to go.
I agree with you, but this is a very terrifying situation. Like,
Come on, get that bloater. Get that bloater, Tommy.
Get your flamethrower ready. Come on.
he's ready to go. He's ready to go.
That is so scary.
Do it.
Oh, he's scared. You see the fear in his eyes. Yeah.
Cool.
Burn that mofo.
Not doing shit.
No, it's not working. What?
They wouldn't do.
Oh my God.
They wouldn't. Would they?
No
How
way.
is it not working?
Would
What?
They, oh my God. What if they totally?
Oh, it's working.
Okay, good. Don't let go of that trigger, Tommy.
It's slowing down.
Yeah, that's way harder than a stalker. Okay. Where are you, Maria?
Shoot it. Where's the gun?
Maria.
Yeah.
Very game-like. Oh my God.
Yes.
I was like, are they gonna like totally deviate and kill Tommy?
But I like how hard it was and how scary that was. My God.
Wow, there's so much more pressure when they have a child.
Oh, let the dogs loose.
No, I don't want to.
Then either the dogs get killed or the dogs get infected for biting infected.
No, dogs can bite on the infected. It's okay. We saw that in the game.
John Wick.
Yes! Sick 'em, boys.
Wow, he looks so much like Pedro there.
And we're cutting back to this. Oh my God.
No, I think they'll hold off till episode 3. Just hold off till episode 3 at least.
Yeah, this could be a cliffhanger here at the end here.
Oh, I don't think they're gonna hold off, guys.
I think they'll hold off till episode 3, till he dies.
Inside!
Oh, he's really embraced her like a surrogate daughter.
Yeah, you're my new daughter.
Oh no!
I'm not ready. I thought I was ready for this. Oh my God, I'm not ready for this.
Help them too. No, let's keep your coat on, all right? It's okay. I think.
Oh no!
Nervous, but it's not too bad. I'm gonna take a look.
Shit.
We're gonna raise your body temperature up slowly, okay?
Who are you?
Hang on. I gotta jump on this. You're gonna lose skin.
Ish. She's a doctor.
I'm Abby. This is Nora, Manny, Owen, and Mel.
Jackson, come in.
Whoa.
Tommy, come in.
This is terrifying. No. Oh no.
Jackson.
And he
What is this approach?
is Joel.
Jackson, do you copy? Does anyone copy? Any patrols? Anyone? Tommy, if you can hear me.
Joel.
Fuck!
Oh no!
No.
We're just gonna put her to sleep for a while. Trust me, it's for the best. Do it.
Oh jeez.
If you don't do it, I'm gonna smash her in the fucking head.
Ah, shit.
You want to rob us? Fine. Take what you want.
Do we look like raiders to you?
No.
What do we look like?
Oh, they're prolonging it.
I should take it slow.
Yeah.
Fireflies?
Yeah, shit.
Used to be. Haven't you heard? There are no more fireflies.
Oh, that was the doctor, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Makes sense.
This is going to put you to sleep for 1 hour. That is all. I promise.
Abby's father trained her.
I promise.
Oh, no.
This is so messed.
No.
Oh, please, not now.
That's a nice scar you have on your right temple there. I'd say you're about, what, 6 feet?
Shit.
In your 60s now? You actually are. Pretty handsome.
What are you doing?
Congrats on that.
This feels more villainous.
I'm gonna give you one chance to tell the truth, Joel.
Oh, man.
If you do, let's face it, we'll all know. I'll let her live.
Wait, Abby.
Shut up! Where was the last place you saw the fireflies?
Oh, fuck.
I am so scared.
Salt Lake.
Oh, my God.
At least you're honest.
Please, not the shotgun.
She's going, yeah.
Please, not the shotgun.
Going for the golf
Shotgun.
clubs, too.
Shotgun, please.
I saved your life.
What life?
No.
Tourniquet him.
Mel, let's just do what we came to do.
No. I need to, Oh, man. This is an interesting distinction from what they're doing, what they did in the game.
Oh, he's accepting his death.
Do you know how many you killed that day? 18 soldiers and 1 doctor.
Oh.
An unarmed doctor you shot in the head.
Mm-hmm.
That was my dad. Guess you probably already figured. The nurses said you barely even looked at him when you pulled the trigger.
Oh, the music. They're bringing the music in. And that nurse was played by Abby.
Laura Bailey.
But I looked at him. I was 19.
How old Ellie is now.
Yeah, that's the parallel of it now. They're really driving it home earlier, making it more apparent to the audience.
Our commander trained us to follow a code. We don't kill people that can't defend themselves.
What are you going to do? You're going to give a weapon?
And right now, that's you. But I am going to kill you.
What?
There are just some things everyone agrees are just fucking wrong.
He's going to say the line, huh?
But she kind of had a long speech already.
Don't.
Oh, no.
Going for that Joel in one.
Yeah.
To see her cry before doing it, driving home the pain. And I like the nuance in the adaptation, though. Let's talk more about it later.
You know, it's funny. I have waited
No, just shut the fuck up and do it already.
There it is.
Ooh.
Yeah, like you said, he's accepted it already.
It's going to end on like a strike or something, isn't it?
You stupid old man.
No. This is hard.
You don't get to rush this.
Yeah, she said that.
Yeah, she nailed the delivery, too.
Oh, you bitch! God damn. Oh, why?
This is worse. Oh.
God.
Yeah. Ellie's coming. Oh,
man. It's gonna. Will the 3rd episode start with it? Or
no.
Please just prolong it to one episode.
No, it's about to happen. It's happening right now. I don't feel so good.
Oh, this is breaking apart Mel, too. Oh
my God.
Damn, doing it with her fists, not the golf club.
5 years of rage, letting it out right now.
It's so much more personal with her fists.
There's a parallel to her and Joel, that brute force. Wonder if she's gonna cut Manny instead of, because no Jordan here.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Good call, damn.
So fucking up. No.
Oh my God.
Joel, fucking get up!
End it.
Joel, get up!
No.
No.
Fucking get up!
Oh my God.
Oh, he's actually trying. Oh no, he's actually trying.
No.
Oh, she broke it. Oh my god.
Please don't do it, please. Please don't. Please don't.
Oh, you evil motherfucker.
You're all gonna fucking die!
Wow, they leave her conscious.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Oh, they just spit
Oh,
on
thank God
her.
thank God they removed the spit.
Oh no.
Aww.
Oh, this is so much worse. Oh.
Yeah, they chose the song.
It's Ashley Johnson.
Man, that's older than the hand.
Oh, Jesse.
Oh my god.
Tommy, maybe?
No, it's Jesse.
Jesse.
Oh no. Oh, with Jackson at the same time, man.
And then Tommy would leave this vulnerable.
Oh, they're dragging his body.
Oh my god.
Was this the song at the end of the game, right?
They played this song in the announcement trailer where she's in the room.
But it's in the game, yeah.
But that's where I first heard it.
Wow, what a shot.
Jesus.
I didn't think I'd actually like start crying. Honestly. Holy shit. Wow.
Oh my god.
Holy shit.
Nice job, Mark
Wow,
Mylod, directing.
What an episode.
Directed
Holy
a lot of
shit.
Entourage episodes. Good director.
Oh, they did it. Wow.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That was a roller coaster. Okay. So why don't we talk about the big moment first? the big moment that it was all leading to. I really thought they would prolong it. I know we normally take turns monologuing here, but I really thought they'd prolong it until like third or fourth episode at least. Bold. I'm glad they stuck to the boldness of it, but the thing that because in the game, if you guys remember, in the game after Joel is hit to death with the club, he's not even trying to get up because he can't move, and then Ellie gets knocked out after Pendejo spit.
Yeah.
And this time they cut that out. She still was conscious. She crawled over, and then when she like held his hand and rested her face on it, that started breaking me right there, man. Losing her dad like that was we know what it's like to lose a parent. It's tough shit. And so but to be privy to that in there, would you go? I'll ask you, Aaron. It's your birthday. What did you think about how they handled this? Because they gave us so much more information about Abby this time.
Yeah.
And because in the game, for you guys who don't know and don't care about spoilers, or people who don't recall the game, they don't tell you what the motivation is and stuff. And she comes across purely villainous. And this time around, they gave her a whole monologue to flesh out and really explain why she's about to do what she's about to do. What did you think of this as the adaptation of that side?
Oh man, I'm devastated. But I think that experiencing this version of it was more, I wouldn't say more impactful because I feel like it does a different thing than the game does, but watching it prolonged like that really, really, really feel Abby's hatred and her rage and her persistence in that moment. And I think in some ways it holds weight in a different way because when it happens in the game, it's very shocking and then it's devastating. And it sucks because you get more empathy from Abby's side going into it. But at the same time, because she's prolonging it, because she's doing it slow, it also feels more villainous, but you understand it. And so this thing about, the bad guy always thinks they're right. And you get her monologue going into it and nobody's bad or good in this world. It's the beautiful thing about Last of Us is it is just tones of gray throughout, but because we've had such a long journey with them, it does make it tougher to watch, and they made us go through a longer version of that torture scene. And yeah, I'm just sad. I'm devastated. I think that was a very impactful decision, impactful punch for them to leave Ellie awake, for her to crawl over to Joel, whereas we cut to the aftermath of it in the game version. And I also think it was a smart decision for them to have Dina with Joel, because now she has a more personal investment in going after the people with Joel, or with Ellie, and while also making Jesse the one to go with her, because then you have a more personal investment with their relationship when he eventually joins the story. And then Tommy, you know, it also creates more of this rift for Tommy as well, because even though he wasn't there, you obviously is going to see his body. Jackson's in a state of shambles, and he's going to leave Jackson in this vulnerable state because he's on this quest for revenge separately from Ellie. At least they're going to continue to do that at that point, but it makes it even harder, which makes it even feel more selfish. But you understand everybody's rage drives them to do this thing of persistence through the guise of revenge, the guise of justice. And yeah, I'm just sad, man. It just really sucks. I feel like they nailed it. Sadly, they did it perfectly, and I think arguably, I don't want to say arguably better, because I feel like they do two different things, but I like the fact that this version of it was able to give us this feeling that Joel knew exactly why he was dying, but he also was he wasn't scared in those final moments. At least he didn't present himself as scared. He just was like, well, not it is what it is. But I don't know. I feel like Pedro Pascal is such an interesting actor, because he goes through different emotions when he's in a scene, and he just has an emotional journey in and of itself. So I think that's, I don't know, it's all great. The whole entire episode was great, from the Jackson stuff to the adaptation of what we saw in the game. And yeah, that's my thoughts for now. But yeah,
I want to make sure that everyone gets to talk about it. So Andrew, what do you think about that?
Yeah, there was things I liked about both the game version and about this version. So in regards to this, I like that Abby got to have more of an interaction with Joel, preluding to what ended up having the Joel in one. And I like that she was manipulating him to get back to the cabin. I mean, I remember there was a moment in the game where she was like, my place is up ahead, my friends are over there, and that was that. Whereas here, it's like, we can make it back there, and like, no, we're only a minute away. And so I like that. And then also, too, I do like in their dialogue, I remember in the game, she was kind of being ambiguous about who she was. She was like, yes. And, here it's more to the point, but also, too, you do get more of a villainous tone and delivery in it. But again, it's because it's been building up, and I do like that Kaitlyn Dever really gets that out in her performance. Like, we hate it as an audience, but again, also too, from a perspective side, I really understand that. I also will say this, like, while I did like this adaptation, going back to the game, because of the way the game is structured, I really do also like the way how you have no idea who she is, or rather why she's doing this. Rather, it could be something from Joel's past, but you don't know. And then the game makes you play as her, knowing you hate her guts. And then we get that reveal later on, about midway to 3/4 into the game. You're like, oh, okay, now we're really unpacking and nuancing this character. And I thought that, again, I like that this show is differentiating in a more in a different impactful way. But again, I think that again, because the show is doing things it's being more it's being more original in certain aspects that I'm not bothered. I'm not playing the comparison game as much. I'm just enjoying it for its ride. But again, I thought that it worked here as well, and I still like the game version, and I like this version as well. I thought it worked here as well, and I agree with what you're saying, both of you, in regards to, I thought it was extremely emotionally visceral for us as an audience to see, and Ellie as well, for her to be conscious for that moment, rather than being, knocked unconscious for it, because she, at the end of the day, it could be like a nightmare for her, and then she wakes up to it. Again, still a horrific moment for her, but actually witnessing it and staying away from it and then crawling over, it's gut-wrenching for both us and Ellie. So I thought that was a very interesting element to add on to the show, and I think that's, you know, where you give Craig Mazin and Neil Druckmann a lot of credit, you know, because there's certain points where, like, as writers, what do we exactly stay faithful to the game and what do we make our own? And I think those are very tough decisions that they have to make. Yeah. And a lot of times, I really do like a lot of the original decisions that they have to make. So, and I think that was a very bold and really, you know, smart choice that they made right there in that moment. So, yeah, that was really difficult to watch. And also, too, to another point Aaron made that I fully agree with, I think it's really wise in both episodes, giving us so much interaction and time with Dina and Joel. Because, again, obviously we know why Dina goes on the journey. She's got an emotional attachment to Ellie. She wants to make sure that she's safe and wants to protect her. She's in love with her, of course. Totally buy that. We've never seen her have any interaction in the game with Joel, so, you know, there's no personal stake or vendetta for her. Now there is, because there really is a surrogate daughter and father bond there. So now she's got two ends that she's, you know, on the protective side on. So I think that adds a different layer to it here that's fascinating for me. So I'm really glad that they included that, and I think that was, again, a bold and interesting different take of an adaptation to have Dina here rather than Tommy, because Tommy, you know, he's gonna feel vendetta no matter what. It's his brother, and he's obsessed with his brother. He loves his brother. That's his brother's his role model. So even with all the messed up stuff that he did back in the day, it's his older brother. He loves him. So we know, like, it was a smart replacement there to have Dina in that position. So I think that was, again, building up these two episodes, that relationship between Dina and Joel, such a wise choice, because I got to tell you, and I probably played the game probably 10 or 11 times, if not more. I'd never once thought about that, and all the times. I wish Dina and Joel had some interactions. Not one time did I ever think about it. It just never came to my mind, and the fact that this show, like, made me happy that is now a relationship. I'm like, I kind of wish the game did that, but now I'm glad that this is now an actual medium, you know, in this. It's part of the adaptation. It's part of the world building. So
would you mind if I stepped in before? Because I'm afraid to lose a thought because of what you said, actually, because it did spark a thought. Thank you.
Go ahead.
Is that in the game, there's more than what people might forget is that there's so much more than adapting cutscenes here. Yeah. You know, like, there's a lot of interaction in the game when you're actually playing and doing shit. So while you don't get scenes with Dina and Joel in the game, what you do get a lot of is, like, lines of dialogue when you're on a mission where it's Ellie and Dina. So you actually still feel like a history of Joel's presence and interaction with everyone because of how everyone talks in the middle of the actual gameplay and living in it. So when you're not going to be doing the gameplay to do that dialogue stuff, and they sometimes adapt that directly. They've done it in an episode in the first season as well. So I think to drive it home even stronger, further this way is actually a really smart call. Like, because like you, I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. Like I didn't concern myself with it, but for a show, when you're gonna do it within the second hour, because what is it like in the game? It feels like it happens in the first hour, but it's not. It feels like, hour 3 or 4 or some shit like that when it happens.
Something like that.
Yeah, so it's a little bit longer, and you're playing as Ellie. So, yeah, but I'm sorry to interrupt. Was there more you wanted to say on this topic?
I was just, the only other thing I was going to say is I think this show and Game 2 really just drive home that we will do anything for love. You know, when it comes to Abby for her father, when it comes to Joel for Ellie, and now maybe even with, again, because this show does a lot of original and different things than what the games did. Who knows with Dina, what she's going to do once they get to Seattle? Yeah. So obviously we know, again, we're on the spoilers talk here. So, you know, we know that Dina is going to be pregnant once they arrive in Seattle, but still, I'm sure she's going to do some messed up stuff because she's got a personal vendetta based on her surrogate father relationship with Joel, and I'm excited to see where we go off from here because of the interactions we've gotten and the fact that she was there when it happened. It wasn't a fact that, like in the game, she woke up Ellie after the fact. So, sorry, how are you doing?
No, don't be sorry. There's so much about that one scene, because it's like there's so much that happens in this episode, but this one adaptation of this moment is so profound in how they do it, because while you're playing as Abby in that because they give you more context with Abby here, when you get to this moment in the game, you're kind of just playing as her, and the only real thing you get of her is she's obviously kind of has some history with this Owen guy, and then it's not even in the show yet, is that Owen's girlfriend who's with them is pregnant, and you could see how bothered she is by that.
And they didn't say that either.
And
yeah,
she's scared of heights.
Yeah. She's scared of heights. Yeah, they do establish that in the game too, but that's pretty much like the one big moment as an emotional moment that she gets in the game before she offs Joel. And when she does off Joel, the game really adopts Ellie's perspective intensely because there's not all this monologuing, there's not all this explanation. It's immediately portrayed as a villain, and they did a couple of different things here that really stood out to me. One is Joel actually says, "I saved your life." So there's this one part beforehand where he's not pleading, but he makes one line. He's making one case here to let him go. You know, like, "I saved your life. Let me go." I like that he put together who she is and why before she even had to say it. He was able to predict how the consequences would catch up with him. Knowing it was Fireflies was a smart call. And unlike the game, you're actually, what they did so different here, what they did completely different is Abby killing Joel is in Abby's perspective. That's not how it is in the game. Like, you're actually, when Abby kills Joel or starts even hurting him, you're actually more in, even though you were playing as Abby there, you're feeling it more from Joel's perspective in that moment, Joel and Tommy's. And then you go into Ellie's perspective, which he's witnessing the final moments. And while they capture that final moment from her POV, the fact that they chose to really capture the torture, the buildup, and the death, the first impact strikes of that through Abby's perspective, is the show, I think, making a case as well of like, we're going to follow this person. So we need to be like, we need to somehow get the audience to, I think they really need to get the audience to understand. Like, I am so curious for those who haven't played the game, like the blind reactions here. Are they on board? Are they able to still enjoy this? Like, what is we had the emotional prep.
Yeah.
All people who watched the cutscenes, got the spoiler, or played the game multiple times like us, we have the prep to go in. And I remember the first time playing the game and that happening and being livid. I was livid. I was like, this is bullshit.
I almost didn't want to play anymore.
I almost didn't want to play either. I thought it was bullshit, and the fact that they're making you play as her was bullshit. I hated it the first time, and I loved it by the end of the game. But I'm like, wow, what is the audience feeling right now? So I'm really curious to know that, but I do like how they actually did it, and I think we have the benefit of being impressed and endeared to it because we have developed a connection to the Abby character in the game to know where the show's going and to know where elements of her growth are expected to go. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm really impressed on like an adaptation level of how they pulled this off because they gave differences and nuances here. The Owen part, though, is like, I kind of, as a game fan, I think that is like a big driving component for her, but I think it's smart for the show to not put the emphasis on that and make it solely about her revenge, you know?
Well, if I could interject for a second.
Please.
The thing that I liked about this version of it is where Joel is murdered in the game version. It makes it when we get to Abby or when we get to Ellie, it positions them as all of them are the bad guys. They're all in on this as this thing that have conspired to come get Joel for their group revenge. But Abby's the one leading the charge. Whereas in this version, it seems like all of them are just appeasing Abby. None of them really want to be here. And it felt like because Ellie came in, they had no choice but to subdue her because she was going to cause damage. She stabbed Manny and what's her name?
Nora.
Nora had to be on top of her to restrain her. And I like the fact that it was less people because some of these other people that were in the larger Salt Lake crew, they kind of die off screen. We don't really get to see them. So the fact that there's only 5 of them, these are all people we get to know. And because these aren't people that are malicious or as devoted or as for the cause as Abby, it only adds more grayness to when we go after them later in the game because they aren't people that are actively trying to kill Joel. They are all appeasing Abby and making Abby the driving sole force of this. And I also like the fact that she murdered Joel not with a final hit to the head, but with the stabbing, almost like killing the infected. You know, you are the infection of my life, so I am going to stab you.
That's a good way.
Strong way to put it. Yeah.
So I think that what is interesting, and I find that I find it fascinating that they did that, gave us all that prep to give her such a villainous scene in murdering Joel and putting it from her perspective. And I wonder if that's going to have the same effect for general audiences as it did for the game audience. Are they not going to want to mess with Abby because of that fact? And also because they've positioned her from the very first scene outside of the very first new scene of the show for her to be relentless and motivated to killing Joel. That is her entire life's motivation, what she's dedicated her entire self for the past 5 years. Then what's next? You just keep living. So I think I'm curious to see how the show is going to position us as the audience to root for Abby later on, to see her in the wake of the thing she's been working for the past 5 years.
Yeah, and they started off at the top with that dream sequence where she's looking at her former self and again trying to drive home that like what you're seeing as this revenge person is not really who she is underneath it all. As you get to know her throughout the game, I really like it, and like Pedro's death too. Like in the game, Joel's very like, you know, like again, I said it in the review of the first one, is that I feel Troy Baker's Joel Miller, Troy Baker. Troy Baker's version is more hardened, and Pedro's is more broken. And like when Pedro's shot in the knee, I'm glad they actually didn't make it as gruesome because I feel it might have distracted. Because when he gets his knee blown off in the game, it's gruesome. Yeah, and it's not as gory, right? And I like how he's not even responding to the pain. You know, he's empty. He's accepting the fact that this is his death, and I like and again like the difference in delivery of the moment when he says what is the exact line, like if you're gonna like get it over with, or that when he's saying that
he said in the game you mean?
Yeah. What is he?
Why don't you save whatever speech you got, hold up and get it over with? Something
and
like
now
that.
She gives the speech. She's able to get the speech, and he cuts her off, and he still gives the line, but it's a different type of line delivery, because it's like half of the line, but he says shut up, right? Yeah. And shut the F up, and then does it, and I appreciate that they don't even show. Again, they lock it into Abby's perspective. When Pedro in the game, when Joel says it, it's on Joel when he says that line, because you as the gamer are there with Joel, and this time they just keep it on Abby's reaction when she says it. When he says it, you don't even see him. He's out of focus in the background. You know.
Yeah, that's a good point. Also, too, you were asking me earlier, what did I think about the difference in adaptation? I will say too, I thought seeing this rip apart Mel a little bit as well, like because kind of seeing like because Abby's a good friend of Mel's, so kind of seeing like, wow, this is my friend's capable of doing something like this. But I think it kind of akins back to the dream sequence of like, don't walk in there, you're gonna lose your innocence, and like revenge is a very dangerous path. You lose yourself in that, and we know from playing the game where Mel does never ever sees Abby the same way ever again. So I like that we actually got the shift a little bit into Mel's perspective from that. I like that they focused on that because we just see it later on in the game and we're kind of told about it. So I think it was very smart to focus and seeing that, like her crying, like, and also seeing Abby like get on her, like do it or I'm gonna freaking kill Dina or whatever. I think that was a very wise and smart choice. Also, too, I thought it was interesting that they, very similar to the game, they silenced the dialogue after Joel was killed because we get a flashback later that scene from Abby's perspective where we actually get to hear that dialogue where Owen is kind of being like that pacifist and trying like, hey, look, we just had a job to do. We're here just to take care of Joel. We're not here to do that. And Manny's kind of saying, yeah, but we don't need loose ends, which kind of we know later on is going to be their undoing. So it's fascinating that we again silenced that dialogue. I thought that was really interesting there too. And also I will say this, what another thing I like that they did, that they differentiated here. I know that we talked about this Abby not being super muscular and all, but seeing her punch, how visceral that was and how personal that was, very wise and smart choice, because again, when you play the game and you're no longer able to play as Joel and you take over as Abby, she's like, you know, the brute force, you know, from that perspective. So to feel all those punches, you can feel Kaitlyn Dever's you can feel her rage and how personal this is. And I thought that was a nice touch to give that addition. Because in the game, again, we get the shotgun. And also, too, they added the clip to the where he got shot. And I love that reaction that you come, you bitch. Like, that was genuine. Like, that's genuine because, like, we weren't expecting that. We're expecting what we know from the game, but that's a nice differentiations there. So, but again, like, those are some good add-ons that I thought, that differentiate. Also, one last thing, I thought that dream sequence, I know we're not talking about that yet, but you guys did mention it, so I'm just reacting to what you guys mentioned. That dream sequence was fascinating too because we talk about the parallels. We talked about Abby is now said she was 19 when her father passed. Now Ellie is Ellie is now 19 when her surrogate father rather passes, and we saw that Abby rather was having those dream sequences where she walks into the room, her innocence is now gone. We know that Ellie is going to have a recurring dream sequence where she walks into that same, not the hospital room, but that's the hospital room where Jerry passed away, Abby's father, and now Ellie is going to be walking into that that cabin room where, again, she lost her innocence. So, again, the parallels are just, and the symbolism is just, it's unfounded. It's very fascinating how similar Abby and Ellie are.
Makes sense why they did a 5-year jump instead of a 4-year jump.
To make them the years match. To really drive home that parallelism.
25 minutes about this one scene.
I mean, it's a pretty important thing.
It really is. That's why I was like, we should start with this because it is the other part is more straightforward, which is the exciting stuff. And I think on like a producer creator spot, very smart because they have to demonstrate like we can give you the excitement shit without Ellie and Joel. They have to show that. Yeah. And I thought. I think I said it at one point, right, that it seemed like they're probably building up Tommy a little bit more so that way he'll be the new male lead. Because, Tommy remains a supporting character off to the side still. He's important, very important character, but he's still off to the side for a lot. And I feel like we've spent way more time with Gabriel Luna than we did with Tommy in the game already.
Agreed. 100%.
And we see like him as an actual leader of the community and then acting like as a general when it comes to fighting.
He's a badass.
He's super badass. And they really drove that home beyond him having like the sniper skills, And like I found myself caring for him and Maria when they're in the trenches. And I was like, the show's kind of selling me that they might kill Tommy. Admittedly, there's one part of me that was kind of hoping Tommy would die instead of Joel because I love Joel. but I think that was really smart to do that because it works as a twofold, right? It works as showing the vulnerability of Jackson if Tommy does go out on the adventure. He's leaving Jackson very vulnerable when they need him, and maybe it will drive home too, like he had a decision to either be with Jackson or go save his or be with his brother when his brother was clearly missing, and he had the choice of like, I can't get a hold of Joel. So I think like even though it's not his fault, when someone dies in a situation like that, it's often easy to blame yourself or find yourself feeling guilty. That's a good point. And I don't know if that'll do that. It seems likely that could happen to be a part of a driving component. But it's also making me wonder because when Tommy was in, it's a really easy way to find Abby is look for the buff ass chick. Like it's really easy to like identify her even if you don't know what she looks like. You're like, look for the buffest woman you can find, and that is her. And if he's on a mission and he's not with Ellie and Dina, how is he going to be able to identify?
Right, because he was there in that situation. So
he's like a regular chick.
Look for the littlest girl you can find.
Ellie, no,
the one, same height.
Maybe there's not a lot of WLFs named Abby. I don't know.
But I think like the sequence was so exhilarating. That's the best action scene.
Oh my god! And it didn't stop.
Show. It was a Game of. I know you haven't seen Game of Thrones.
Yes, I have not.
But it's very Game of Thrones level, and part of me is wondering if it wanted to sort of evoke a bit of Game of Thrones because of like the White Walkers. I don't want to say too much because I want one day Andrew to cover it here.
Yes.
But there's like snow elements and zombie-like characters and battles, and it sort of evokes that. And it's on the same platform where Game of Thrones is. And like Game of Thrones, you sometimes have bad guys who man, there's so much I want to say, but I will not spoil for you.
Okay.
But sometimes you have like characters who are bad as one part, I'll say, one parallel. There's another parallel I'm going to avoid saying, but where they do end up being characters you become emotionally invested in, you know? And then this is also fleshing out the ensemble side of things as well, while giving us like a brilliant action scene where you don't have your two leads here to show that, like, hey, you know, just because our main character Joel isn't here doesn't mean we're not going to still provide you with a really exhilarating show that you're going to want to stay around for. So I thought it was smart as a producer writer choice to do that. But what did you think about all that stuff?
I thought all this stuff was great. Yeah, and I thought it was all awesome. My brain went to the scene of how the episode started, where, you know, Jesse and Ellie are going on the journey in the first place, and then she's like, me and Joel, or me and Joel. I'm like, we're good, we're fine now. I'm like, is that going to be confusing for audiences? Because the last time we saw them, they were yelling, and this time she's like, we're good. The next day, but we know as game players that, oh, because that talk happened.
Yeah,
they never had a chance to have that "we're good now" moment, at least not to the audience.
Well, the interpretation, I think, if I hadn't seen it, I would be interpreting that she's lying, that she's being defensive.
Agreed.
You know,
yeah,
like I don't want to talk about it. You know,
but she's saying that me and Joel are going to go on a patrol together, and I feel like the episode 1 Ellie would be very reluctant to that idea.
Yeah. And if I know Roxy, she probably questioned the shit out of it. If she remembered that when watching it, I feel like she probably like fucking like questioned it. So I don't know. I can't wait to watch it.
I agree. I'm guessing after. I mean, we have to have that scene. It's one of the most impactful scenes I've ever seen in a video game. So I'm guessing.
Cry every time.
I cry. I told Aaron. Did I not tell you right after I watched that? I was bawling
every time.
Yeah, and I'm guessing after she walked past him in the last episode, she's gonna come back, or he's gonna go. Something's gonna happen, but they were gonna have that scene. You cannot not have that scene.
I wonder if it's one of those things where, because how the first episode started, where they show the continuation of the after the OK, because something they filmed in season 1. I wonder if that's what they did for this, or they're gonna go back whenever they do it in season 3 or 4 and just reshoot that one scene.
Yeah, I'll say, like, I want to hear your thoughts on it, Andrew, because I thought like that was an interesting thing to infuse when they changed the rules of the infected with this like hive mind, and the thing sprouts up and everyone charges. You know, that was an interesting rule to implement, and I don't feel like they had like a sequence in. Like when Tess dies in the first season, and they had it in episode 5, right?
Yeah,
with the big action scene,
right, with the bloater.
But this actually feels like story-wise, genuinely, catastrophically consequential.
Yeah,
and now I love that development because I actually didn't feel like they took full advantage of that change.
I agree.
And this time they kind of did like a sequel reboot of that idea with like, we're going to have one bloater and we're going to have like 10 times the amount of infected, you know? But yeah, how'd you feel about that whole thing?
I agree with everything you just said, but I think this just shows no matter how strong your border walls might be, you are not safe and protected from this, because that hive mind can be anywhere. And if you set it off, there could be a horde coming after you. And that was, I got to say, I know this is probably recency bias, as one of the most immersive and exhilarating action sequences I've ever seen
on television.
Especially. Yeah, especially. That was like a movie. That was like incredible because it was just nonstop tension, suspense, and incredible action. The stunt work, it felt so practical. I think one of my biggest complaints, because as everyone knows, Lord of the Rings is my favorite trilogy of all time, the fights feel so practical. It actually feels like you're seeing thousands and thousands of, you know, orcs and soldiers fighting, whereas in The Hobbit, I still enjoy those movies, nowhere near the Lord of the Rings. It feels like CGI fights.
Yeah.
And when I was watching this, not for 1 second did I feel like I was watching a CGI battle. I felt like it was with infected. I felt like I was watching a practical, grounded battle.
Well, what's cool with, like, a lot of times with CGI, which you do, you don't do like bright sunshiny shit because it's easy to see the seams of CGI, and you usually like the first episode with the bloater. It's in darkness what they'll do, because you can obscure a lot more and make it look more real with visual effects in darkness. And this time they took advantage of a blizzard to hide whatever stuff looked like too CGI.
For sure.
Really smart on how they did that.
And I will say this too. I think because we know the game so well, this was not at all part of the game.
No,
so for
yeah,
us,
that's true, yeah.
it's a genuine first reaction.
it's
we don't know
exciting,
what's going to happen. We thought for a second, wait, is Tommy gonna? I don't know.
Rewarding, very rewarding. I thought they were going to change the fucking story.
I mean, like, are we really deviating? Because I didn't know. I thought there was an actual chance. I really didn't know. But again, that's the fun of being so original, like Craig and Neil are being here with these situations, creating stuff and doing stuff like that.
But the changes they're making only makes it stronger.
I agree,
and I think that's great. If we are continuing with the outline of what the story is, so far they've been fairly accurate or faithful, but with some more flourishes into it. I think that the fact that Jackson's at a vulnerable state is only going to add to that division to a great degree, and I'm wondering if we're going to be paralleling Abby's or Ellie's journey with trying to find Abby with Tommy's journey of trying to find her as well.
Yeah.
Because it seems like we're giving a lot more to Tommy within this version of the show.
And I'm sorry.
You go.
I was just going to say, we saw in the first episode, because they have so many refugees that are coming in, they're struggling to build. I'm very curious how the town's going to recover now, because so much has been destroyed now, and they have so many people that are trying to come in, and also now you've had so many people it's just going to be fascinating. And I know we're not going to spend a ton more time in Jackson, presumably, if we're going off how the game went, because we're going to kind of go into Seattle from here, I think. So having said that, I would like to see how we react to in terms of how Jackson is going to recover from the situation, because this was a pretty damning, just in general, what happened with the infected, like the horde just basically destroyed the town for the most part.
Yeah.
So it's going to be, again, a different and interesting angle because this, I think Aaron really painted it best. Like, this feels like such a lived-in community, and they did a really good job of establishing that. And this has now been really destroyed for the most part, and now how do we reclaim that community again?
Yeah, one of the biggest changes in season 1 was taking away the dam where they were living.
Yes,
and they put Jackson in there, which didn't get introduced to the second game in terms of where Tommy's life was at, and they added all these developments and characterization of Tommy, especially, and Tommy and Joel's dynamic way more. And I think now, in hindsight, it makes it even stronger that they did that, because instead of getting like, oh, this is new, you're back, you're just in it now.
Yeah.
Because the show ends with like, we're gonna go to Jackson or something like that, right? That's like the implication, at least.
You see it in the distance.
Yes. So that's right. Yeah. So they just ended, we're gonna go to Jackson, so that way there's not like a whole like, whoa, what's this life they live now? Smart stuff. Yeah, I love the whole action. That was brilliant. Chaotic mess and deliver the goods. And I know one of the complaints of last season for a lot of people was not enough zombie action and shit. And as big a fan I am of Last of Us, do people get like upset when you call them zombies? They're zombies, but they're zombies.
I've said
zombies.
I know it's infected, but I sometimes even say zombies.
They're a version of zombies.
Yeah, exactly.
You bite them, they turn, and they come and kill you and stuff. They become brain dead.
Fungal zombies.
Yeah, man. That was a very long talk, and one I loved having.
Yeah.
This is one of as long as we've been doing Real Rejects, especially from my end, this is one of those experiences I will never forget.
Agreed.
This was awesome. I'm glad we could experience this.
I just wanted to say one
last thoughts from anyone?
Last thoughts, I promise. I'm very curious. I can't wait to see the blind reaction, number one.
Yeah.
And I'm just curious what the general going on is for people who really didn't know what they're going to react to when they see this episode. I'm very anxious to see.
Yeah.
Also, if we're going to continue to follow Abby through her development, through where we know her to be in the second half of the story, or we're just going to cut from her perspective until we get that you had a chance and you wasted it moment, and they cut to black. So, very curious.
Yeah. All right. Well, the thumbnail is going to be Joel's dead face.
Everybody loves that.
It's a spoiler. It's spoilers video,
with an
guys.
arrow pointed circle.
Pointing to the broken golf club.
No, I was just going to say, it's just a golf. Just put a golf club.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Just put Top Golf.
The three of us with golf clubs, smiling.
Oh, that'd be funny. No, I will not put Joel's dead face in the thumbnail. But you know that dead face is going to be everywhere on social media.
No, you should have that gift.
No, maybe just the bloater. Maybe because people, oh my god, bloater. I don't know.
Should be that.
Do this.
It should be. It should be Pedro Pascal with that Nicolas Cage movie I just watched. Where he's like LSD. Be that. That'd be good.
All right, guys. Well, Pedro's fine. He's got the Fantastic Four. He lined himself up.
And he's got flashbacks. We're still gonna see him.
Yeah, he lined himself up for a great success here. Yeah. He's like, all right, now that my character's gone, I need a new franchise. Oh, perfect. Marvel, let's do this. All right, guys. What did you think about this episode? Thank you so much for being here. We'll talk with you guys soon. Thanks, Reject Nation.